Then relatively new entrant to the race for Kenya's top job, the presidency. Nearly a decade later, Japheth Kaluyu says it is his time, or so is it. We speak to him on the broadcast, and the former presidential candidate is with me in studio. Thank you very much for making time for us tonight on TV47, and welcome.
Thank you for having me, and looking forward for a good discussion, aggressive discussion, and you can ask your best, take your best punch.
The last time you were on ballot was 2017,
yes,
as a prospective presidential candidate in Kenya's then general election.
Yes.
You are not on the ballot in 2022. You have since expressed your interest of wanting to vie again for the presidency come 2027.
Yes.
Where have you been in 2022?
As a matter of fact, I have been very present because after 2017, when I was an independent candidate, it meant everybody needed to follow me. But I thought deeply and watched the politics, and I needed to agree to myself that I needed to be more experienced, and also I needed to have a team when I win the presidency so that we can go in together. So I embarked on a journey to create a political party, and that political party has been created. We are fully registered. It is Unified Change Party, or UCP, and that is sometimes people refer to the party of the future, the party of the Gen Z, and the platform that they can play around with, and we're looking forward to accommodate them.
And we'll come to why you think that is the party of the future. Just on the 2017 election results declared by IEBC, you and your then deputy, Muthiora Kariara, who are independent candidates,
yes,
had 11,774 in the first
yes,
August polls.
Yes.
A repeat poll was held in October. You had 8,261 votes.
I do not believe that is correct, because
these are numbers by IEBC.
Yes, yeah, those are the numbers by IEBC, and they were declared not true by the High Court, which is CJ Maraga, who is also going to be my competitor. I think I'm going to beat him. The numbers continued counting after that. Can you imagine 7-8 years later? Probably I won. So they were non-conclusive. So let's dwell on the numbers, because the numbers were not conclusive. It was declared by the court, and therefore they were not true, and you will never get to know the truth.
The truth of the matter, though, is the August polls then in 2017 were nullified by the Supreme Court.
Yes.
You are still on the ballot for the repeat presidential polls.
Correct.
In which you gathered 8,000, and you still contest those numbers.
And those numbers were also contested, and they went to the court, and therefore I can confidently, because I was in it. Most of it you are reported to, I was in it, it was non-conclusive, and therefore we can leave the item as it is, because those numbers were not conclusive, and they were contested by everybody. I contest them. I don't agree with the numbers, and I think the numbers were higher than those. But that's what was repeated. They were asked to open the server, and I would like them to open the server. If they open the server, it will be different. So I challenge them.
You dispute the IEBC, which is the electoral body's
yes,
numbers.
Yes.
How high were your numbers relatively, do you think?
I would think I was over 100K.
In terms of voters who voted for you?
Yes.
And in that election, you conceded defeat.
Yes.
In 2017, after conceding defeat, you said, and I quote, "It is mathematically impossible for me to keep up with the rest." What makes it mathematically possible for you to be on the ballot in 2017?
Because whether it was one vote or 100,000 votes, it meant there are people who had 7 million. 8 million or 6 million, between that range. We don't know the exact numbers, as I have said. They were non-conclusive. No matter what, and I'm a statistician, no matter what mathematical formula you apply to that, to catch up with 7 million, it was almost, there was no path for me to continue negotiating for anything else. Now, that meant, as a patriot, that meant I needed to rise above small arguments and let the competition be among the big numbers. And that's what I'm about. I fly over the petty issues So that's what I'm going to bring, the value I'm going to bring to 2027.
And in conceding those numbers, you looked at the mathematics.
Yes.
My question is, what mathematical probability do you have of becoming the president in the 2027 polls now?
100%. And that is just, it's no-brainer, common sense. Kenyans want something very simple, someone from outside the system. Most of the common politicians and traditional politicians are those who are competing right now. They want someone with no corruption file, not part of cartels, and they want someone who can stand up and argue, debate, and prosecute the case for the Kenyan people against William Ruto. I have the experience. Most of them, they have never competed. I think all of them. I competed against Uhuru and Ruto. I competed against Kalonzo and Raila and many others. So I am the person who has the skill, and I was there in 2017. They weren't there in 2017. I am most experienced among themselves. And you know what? I have the chance because I have a plan. Most of them do not have a plan. What they have is, I am so-and-so, I can compete. I'm so-and-so, I can compete. That makes it a beauty contest. And if still they want a beauty contest, I'm in too. So I'm not scared of the beauty contest too. So we are talking of people with a plan. If you go against Ruto, who is a very experienced and skilled politician, it will be a difficult game. Japheth, but I have a 7-point plan,
we'll come
and I can be able
we'll
to
extensively discuss your plan.
Yes.
We'll come to it.
Yes.
It's 3 years since President William Ruto was elected.
Yes.
3 years now. How do you view the state of the nation as through your eyes?
I think we have performed below the average. He has tried his best, let's say that, but his best is not enough, because we could be doing some more. And the reason, some of the barometers of that is there were rejections by Gen Z of the budget 2024. Mm-hmm. It was rejected. That is part of the barometer. I'm not just directly judging. I'm a research scientist. I don't talk without backup. There was a rejection of by more people. I mean, we have more Gen Zs as a population than anybody else. They rejected it. That's our variable. And we can say that the cost of living continues to go up. And I would say they convened the NADICO, which was still under the same administration, and the people who he gave the opportunity to resolve the matter, they never resolved the cost of living.
So you rank him as having performed below average?
Below average, but I would also say he did his best. His best was just not enough.
And that his best is what the president is using as a card to show that he is confident of a second term.
Yeah. He's using that because the opponents, because I'm competing against two groups. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be competing against the president and his record. I'm going to be competing against my other opposition leaders. I say I'm the best opposition leader that is well placed to face Ruto, because they don't have a plan. I have a plan. You can't go against Ruto, who is very skilled, without a plan. And I guess 2027 will be a doc versus a doc, 2027.
The president says he has a plan. He has a manifesto dubbed the plan.
Yeah, the president himself.
Yes.
Yeah, but his plan needs to be elaborate, and that plan needs to be installed so that it makes the changes that we want, lowering the cost of living, doing away with a lot of high taxation. SHA is not working in some areas. I'm not that kind of person who opposition means opposite everything. There are some things that work for him, and there are things that are not working for him. Just because he's my opponent doesn't mean that I have to trash everything else. There's a way I'm trained as a PhD, as a doctor. I'm sure there's a way he's trained, and therefore him and I, we can have a vivid, very, good debate. And whoever is taken, if he's judged by Kenyans is the best placed, so be it. But I think I'm the best placed to take the seat in 2027. I'm sure of it.
You're watching TV 47 News. Japheth Kaluyu is a 2017 presidential candidate. He's hopeful of making another stab at the presidency come 2027. Time for us to take a short break. This discussion is with us after this break.